Well, I'm back. And I'm sure you all have heard the phrase complacency kills, or nothing good happens when you're comfortable. You know, that you have to get uncomfortable. You have to get out of that complacency, right? And so my husband, with his work, they're actually trying to kind of figure out why is it that people get complacent and how to stop the complacency in yourself and in the work environment. And we had this conversation this morning, and I think things that help a lot with complacency is figuring out your goals, like reminding yourself why you even started working there. Was it just a job, but then maybe you turned out to actually really enjoy it? If it's just a job to you and you're still very complacent, that might not be the right job for you. Sure, it's a job that pays the bills, but it's really nothing more than that. So you have to remind yourself, why did you even start working at that place? What was the reason? And if it was because you actually enjoyed that and that was actually something that you were pursuing, but now you're getting complacent in the workplace because everything is going good, you have to find new ways to challenge yourself. You have to set those goals for yourself and for your team. Just because your team was number one today does not mean that they're going to be number one tomorrow or the next day or the next day. If you're number one and you start to slack off, that gives someone else a chance to become number one. If you want them to work harder, and you want to have some friendly competition there, you better continue to hold that number one spot and not let anybody budge you out of that. If they budge you out of that, maybe you need to start asking yourself why. How did they budge us out of that number one spot? Were we getting too complacent? Were we getting too comfortable? Were we slacking off a bit? And that's how somebody else got to number one? Remind yourself of those goals. Have those goals and continue to update your goals on a regular basis. Let's say you set 3-month goals, right? Well, at the end of that 3 months, you better analyze and reassess your goals. Did you meet those goals? If not, why not? Did you end up being complacent? If you did reach those goals, what are the new ones for this next 3 months or this next 6 months? Okay? You will not be able to get better at your job or better in life by staying in that comfort zone. Growth doesn't happen in the comfort zone. Growth happens when you're uncomfortable. Growth happens when you embrace the suck, okay? We talk about it all the time. In order to get to where you want to go, you can't stay where you're currently at. You just can't, because if you could, you'd already be there. It's going to take a lot of adjustments for you to get from where you currently are to where it is that you want to be. So what does that look like? If you don't know what that looks like, maybe you should take some time to figure out what that looks like so you have something to work towards. If you have nothing to work towards, that's where you get comfortable. And that's where you stay stagnant. That's where you get stuck, is in the comfort. Do we like being uncomfortable? No. Well, some people probably enjoy it, but a lot of us, we don't enjoy getting uncomfortable. But we know that that's part of the process. That's part of the growth. That's how you eventually reach that point that you want to reach, is by getting uncomfortable, is going through those things we don't want to go through. Like, I always bring up my time in the military, okay? But even this two weeks ago or a week and a half ago, we did a 10K hot chocolate run. I did not want to do that at all. I knew that run was going to be uncomfortable. I knew that run was going to be hard. I knew that I was going to be in pain. I knew all these things ahead of time, and I still did it. Because I knew that when I came out on the other end of that run, I was going to be different than how I was when I started the run. And that's what a lot of you are not understanding. when it takes a year, when it takes 5 years, when it takes whatever, you are a different person at the end of that 5 years than you were at the beginning of that 5 years. That's what that's going to take. You can't be the same person you are right now, do the same things that you're doing right now, say the same things that you're saying right now, thinking the same things that you're thinking right now, and get to where you want to go. You have to make those changes, okay? That's what we're here to help you with. Am I exactly where I want to be? Not yet, but I have made drastic changes from the person I used to be. And a lot of you probably don't see that because, a lot of you don't know who I was back then. And those of you that know me now will watch me as I climb the stairs of success. But then there's going to be some people who see me at that success and they're going to be like, oh, but you didn't go through that. You didn't. They automatically think that people are I just woke up one day and I was like that. No. That's why I'm here with you guys right now. So those of you that are watching me at the start of this, or halfway through, I should say, you'll understand when I get to that end that when you see me up there, I'm a different person than I even am right now. Okay? You have to step into that other person. Again, like I always say, I'm not telling you you need to change who you are, but you need to step into who you truly are. And a lot of you don't know who you truly are. So you need to take some time and figure that out, okay? But for now, that's the end of this video. I've got a lot of homework to do. I've got to go to Cavender's to get a gift card. I've got a lot of stuff to do today and a short amount of time, okay? So I hope you all have a lovely Sunday, and I will see you guys in the next video.